I like this chapter. I did. I really did like it. More like thematically what Oda did. The story of the fight told as well. I liked a little bit. The ending of the fight itself, I felt like execution wise, it could have been a little better. But the overall story of the fight between Luffy and Katakuri, right? Between Luffy and Katakuri, that story that's being told in this fight, I really liked it. Like it's crazy to see like how this fight started from Katakuri. Because remember when this fight started, Katakuri didn't necessarily give a shit, right? Like about Luffy or anything. Like he even buried him under some mochi, like a mountain of it, and he was like ready to kill him. If Luffy wouldn't have ate through it, he would have died. So but it was throughout the course of this fight, right? Like throughout Luffy seeing Katakuri without his mask and not even like commenting on it or anything, throughout Katakuri's family, his own family, like reacting and laughing to him. And the first time somebody saw his face, Katakuri killed those guys, if you remember. The second time he didn't kill him. Like he just he didn't care. He went back to his fight with Luffy. I like how throughout the course of this fight, like I said before, Katakuri stopped caring so much about stopping Luffy for the sake of stopping Luffy because he's a big mind pirate. He has to stop Luffy, and he cared more about fighting Luffy, like communicating with Luffy. And this goes into that flashback that Luffy had with Rayleigh when Rayleigh asked Luffy, "Well, what would you do? I mean, how would you handle the situation depending on the guy you fought? If they had like this crazy ability you didn't have." Luffy's like, depending on the person. Take like Luffy's little battle with Sanji. He decided not to fight back, right? Like, he was like, that's not what I'm gonna do. With Katakuri, Luffy decided to fight him back, but it's like they were communicating with their fight. It's crazy. I can't really articulate what I'm trying to say because you gotta think about it. Katakuri ditched his spear. He stabbed himself. He would have won this fight. Luffy isn't strong enough to defeat Katakuri. Katakuri was really, I guess, you're trying to get a feel of what Luffy is. You know what I mean? Even to the point where I really feel like at the end of this fight, Katakuri was like, because keep in mind, like in that last panel, when Luffy was climbing up the hole, Katakuri was on the ground. By the time Luffy could even look up and ask what time it was, he was already standing up. Like, this dude got up before Luffy. He was clearly, he could have kept going. He clearly could have kept going. But he was like, fuck it, I'm just going to sit here. I'm going to take the L. He's like, yo, get out of here, right? Because, he can't outright say, leave, go. He's still a big mom pirate, right? But he doesn't really care about stopping Luffy right now. He had fun. It's what I really feel like. I really feel like Katakuri had fun, and he finally got to enjoy something. He finally got to be himself while fighting Luffy. And it became less and less about a fight to the death between these two. And I kind of feel like Katakuri's almost training Luffy. I don't know, man, or just helping him grow because maybe he saw himself in Luffy or something. I don't know. Thematically, this fight it blows my mind. Katakuri let Luffy win, dude. He laid down and then the respect Luffy had for Katakuri at the end by covering his fangs up. Even though I feel like Katakuri probably has moved past the point where he even cares about that anymore. But he's still unconscious or whatever. Luffy's like, I'm gonna at least do that, and he left the hat on his over his face, covering it. I liked it a lot. I really did. I don't know, this fight. It made the ending of it all. The story that was being told, I loved it. The things that were happening with the ending, I fucking loved it. It reminded me of how like the fights in Alabasta ended. Like when Zoro beat Mr. One, you were like, damn, like something just happened here. You know what I'm saying? Like when Usopp beat Mr. 4 and when Sanji beat Mr. 2, you really felt like something happened there because the fight had that much impact behind it. And I know people don't like this, but I don't know. If something hits a certain trigger with me, I'll end up liking it, even if the execution is kind of off. Like take like Last Jedi. I know a lot of people don't like the Last Jedi, but I like the just the story Last Jedi was telling. I had problems with it, but the overall thing, especially that lightsaber duel when Rey and Kylo are working together, and then like what was happening in the fight, not just the fight scene, but what the story the fight was telling you, like shit like that gets me. I like it, right? It's very thematic, it's very powerful. There's a message in there, and I love trying to decipher it. And this battle between Katakuri and Luffy definitely has a message in it. unlike any other battle Luffy's had so far. Because Katakuri could have really ended Luffy a long time ago. That was several times when Luffy was down on the ground and Katakuri let him get back up. Right? You don't have to do that. Katakuri ditched his spear, his main weapon of attack. He ditched it to fight Luffy hand to hand. You know, like there's several things happening under the surface of this fight, and I think if someone would have peeled back and peel the layers back, and you can see these two guys. One's a little older, but you see these two guys who are on opposing sides, and they're having a battle, but it has nothing to do. And their two sides are at war, but they have the battle that has nothing to do with any of that, right? If you even go back to the very, very start of this fight, when Katakuri jumped on the Sunny, Luffy Carrot tried to attack him. Katakuri stumped Carrot down. Luffy grabbed him, and he was about to jump in the mirror. And Katakuri was like, "I see. You're gonna drag. If you do that, I won't be able to do it. You're gonna drag me into the mirror world. You're gonna break the mirror. Then you're gonna, it's gonna be a one-on-one fight." And he's like, "Are you sure you're gonna be able to beat me, right?" And then what I get from that out of Luffy is a very like Son Goku vibe when he's like, Katakuri essentially, do you really think you could beat me? Luffy's like, well, if I don't, who will? Like, you know what I mean? He had to do that. Even Luffy probably didn't even assume he could win this fight, y'all. But he had to get Katakuri off that ship somehow. He had to, and that was his plan. And like I guess Katakuri, that was the start of the respect Katakuri had for Luffy, because I don't know, man. It was great. I liked it. The final clash, I didn't get to see it, so I can't really comment. I don't know what the fuck happened. I looked at that page like 3-4 times. I was like, I don't get what's happening here. Did they hit each other and they pull on the fist back? Did they both miss? Did they just stop in front of each other and pass out? Right? I need to see it animated. I'm not 100% sure what happened. I liked it. Luffy is not Yonko Commander level, by the way. He did not beat Katakuri, y'all. Him and Katakuri more so having a conversation than an actual fight to the death. He didn't. I mean, granted, Luffy's one hell of a fucking tank. They were fighting for hours, bro. Luffy's one hell of a tank, but he didn't win. Like, I heard some people saying, "Oh, well, Luffy beat Katakuri. That means like fucking he could beat Marco, or like Zoro could beat Jack." You really think if Zoro and Jack were to fight, you think Jack would let this fight go on for hours? And he wouldn't just kill Zoro when he had the chance? Come on, yeah. I don't know. It's your boy. So, it's Hell Hydra.